Welcome, Mech Warriors. I'm Luscious Balzac from FJRD, bringing you some more Tournament of the Stars action. And I'm joined today by a co-caster. Say what's up.
Hey, I'm Zane of 2D20, and I'm ready for some Mad Cat on Mad Cat action here.
Would you mind just telling the viewers what Tournament of Stars is for just a quick moment?
So, Tournament of Stars is one of the two faction divided tournaments, along with the Intersphere Coalition. It is a clan-only tournament, and furthering the sort of clan vibes, the primary scoring is on kills, and the first drop is a series of 1v1 and 2v2 duels. Initially, we will be seeing the Mad Cat Trial Mech in a 1v1 on Mech Factory, and then split Light and Assault on Steiner Coliseum, and Medium and Heavy on Liao Jungle for Drop 1. There are 6 points available per drop, 1 per winning the drop, so for the duels that means winning the majority of the duels, and 1 point for each kill.
Sounds about right. Just a heads up. Legendary mechs are allowed to be used in Tournament of Stars, except you cannot bring any legendaries during Drop 1 or the duels. You can only bring one legendary mech per drop. And as of this week, the Axum is now allowed in Tournament of Stars because it's been released for mech creds.
Mm-hmm. So this is the first week teams can use it, and we did see a couple yesterday. And I do want to say, just coming into Div B, both FJRD, they find themselves in 4th and 5th place, with Redacted in 4th and Rangers in 5th. But there's only a 9-point gap between these two teams. So realistically, whoever wins this is probably going to claim 4th place.
Not a big gap. Alrighty, looks like both teams are ready, so I think we should just punch it.
Let's go!
Alrighty, there's the countdown for those teams.
So we have the Reven 27 and the infamous TTB taking up the duel for the FJRD squads.
Yeah, also that's the Reven 27.
The Reven. Apologies on the pronunciation there. Why we have the expert of it on all things FJRD.
I've been around FJRD for a very long time. So we got the Reven over here fighting for Redacted. Over on the blue team, that's Team 1. TTB for the red team, Team 2, Rangers. Now I'm gonna try to hover over the blue team for these duels.
Looks I got the red team side.
Yeah, looks like Reven going south side of the map, TTB going north side.
We're expecting this to be a fairly bloody affair. Both these mechs are running 2 LB20s and 4 SRM6s with Artemis. So very short range, very brawly builds on this trial mech.
Does not look like players have spotted each other yet. But Reven making his way towards the center. There we go. Mechs have been spotted. Both mechs just going shot for shot. Reven down to 85%, TTB 85, Reven 80. Reven's left torso almost open. It's Cherry. There goes.
It goes.
Reven CT now open. Orange.
TTB's CT open as well.
Ooh, down goes Reven.
Now, for those of you who may not know, trial mechs are free mechs that everybody has access to that have a rather unique paint job, and unlike fairly recently, actually, they had the Cauldron went over and sort of redid all the builds, so they're fairly competitive now. And they come pre-skilled, so if you're a newer player wanting to try out, a different weight class than you might normally play, maybe give the trial mech a jump in the quick plays.
Yeah. And I believe the trial mech paint job is the Applejack.
It's the Applejack pattern in black, yellow, and red, I believe.
Yes. Alrighty, off to Steiner Coliseum we go.
Now, as much as we might want to see the infamous Steiner Scout Lance fighting each other here in the Coliseum, it is clan only.
So
Although,
sad.
fun fact, in lore, several Madcap Mark IIs were actually sold to the Inner Spheres factions, notably the Lyrian Alliance, aka House Steiner.
Ah.
This was mostly due to what's in the meta narrative as the Jihad.
Ah, Jihad era.
Yeah. So we have Alphanex and this kill brought to you by Darian for Team 1, and Tart and Commodore Corned Beef for Team 2.
Alrighty, both teams are locked.
Given that we see 135 tons from each team, I'm predicting a 100-tonner and a Warthog.
Smart guess.
Specifically, I'm going to predict a Stone Rhino and a Warthog.
Stone Rhino, do you think UX?
I would imagine some amount, like some flavor of DACA. Notably, despite the action being legal in the drop 2 through 5, they're not legal for the duels. No legendary mechs are.
Yes, that's right. Ooh, looks like both teams bringing a Stone Rhino 4.
And we have the Warthog for Commodore Corned Beef and a Jenner 2C for this kill brought to you by Darren.
Yeah, this kill brought to you by Darren in the Jenner 2C with 6 SRM6, Alphanex in the Stone Rhino 4 with 2 AC20, 4 Proto AC8.
So we have a difference of build here. Tart is running 6 AC5s on their Stone Rhino 4, and then Commodore Corned Beef with the 14 AP Goss and a Heavy Flamer. Just a Flamer. There's no such thing as a Heavy Flamer, unfortunately.
Looks like the Stone Rhinos have engaged.
Yeah, Tart just opening up on Alphanex.
We have a little skirmish here by the lights currently.
Yeah. Commodore Corned Beef very much coming out on the winning side of that trade.
Yeah, almost opening up Darren's left torso. Alphanex taking out red team's UAV before pushing up, getting punished for making a move by Tart.
Mm-hmm. Now, the longer they sort of hold this off, the worse I think it gets for Alphanex and Darien, because they really want to get into the brawl with those builds.
Yep, Darren duking it out with Corned Beef right now.
Let's see if the shutdown will happen.
I think Darren would rather cook than shut down.
In these sort of duels, it is obscenely important to hit your override key, I think.
Oh, without a doubt. Darren CT open, CT gone.
We're taking critical losses. We need you to pull through.
Now, the AP Gauss themselves, I don't believe, have any sort of crit chance, but I do know that a lot of the Warthog builds put a fairly large T-comp to get that sort of crit chance.
Does it increase the velocity?
For ballistic weapons, it'll increase your velocity and your crit percentage, which is the chance that you'll do crit damage when you hit an armored component, I believe.
Come in.
Ooh, down goes Alpha next. Let's get a readout on Tart here. Open CT, but still a lot of structure to have to chew through. Commodore Corned Beef was legged.
Notably, I believe they were able to either crit out or have Tart. He was definitely missing some of his autocannons.
Yeah, they halved Tart.
But you can see 538 damage coming out of Tart. There's just so much armor and structure to chew through on those Stone Rhinos.
And so sorry, viewers, I forgot to switch the scorecards for the teams on that drop. So you might be a little confused.
We're embracing the Civil War narrative.
Nobody knows which team they're fighting for.
It's all FJRD. The real question is, which team is the Captain America of FJRD and which team is the Iron Man of FJRD?
Ooh, that's a good question. That is a question I cannot answer.
Vote now in chat. Personally, I feel like Redacted is the Tony Stark. Just because I can't see Captain America redacting anything.
Yeah, but Captain America is also the little military boy, so he would be very.
He would be getting redacted, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have Sean Baum and Scroggles coming in for Team 1, and Monarch 64 and RJSC 2006 coming in for Team 2.
Wait, did I get the scoreboard mixed up? Oh god.
We should be the same as Mech Factory, which means we should see Redacted as Team 1.
Well, no, I mean for the scores for the last duel.
So TTV won. Whichever team TTV is on gets 1 point, and then are Tart and TTV on the same team is the question.
No.
Okay, so it should be 2-1 for Rangers then.
Yep. Just gonna quickly fix that. So Redacted won the first set of 2v2s, and Rangers won the 1v1. I believe. Right?
Yes.
Oh man, this is gonna get a little confusing.
Oh no, Redacted lost the 2v2.
Redacted lost the 2v2?
Unless, wait, are the score... Which team is Alpha Nex on?
Rangers.
Okay, then Rangers lost the 2v2. And the scorecard was incorrect for Steiner, but should be fixed going into layout.
Okay. Just making sure. Whew. Alrighty, over here on Team 1 side, that's the blue team. That's Redacted. We have Sean Baum in a Vapor Eagle A with LB-24 SRM-6 and Scroggles in an Orion 2C with LB-22 medium pulse lasers, 3 SRM-6 with Artemis.
Very similar builds coming out for Redacted. We have Monarch 64 in the Orion 2C running LBX-20 and SERMs, and then RJSC in a Ice Ferret.
Ooh.
Running 2 heavy machine guns and 10 micropulse.
RJ now engaging with Sean Baum. Sean Baum leading the charge, getting focused by Monarch and RJ. Scroggles focusing on RJ right now.
Both teams going for the DPS max. As Monarch has to be careful not to let Scroggles see his backside. Sean Baum loses a lead. Scroggles very valiantly tries to jump in front of those LBX rounds, but RJ is able to pick him up.
We need you to pull through.
Alright, here come the back shots on Scroggles.
Control
Yep.
the surface. Can anyone read?
Ooh, but they went for the legs.
Very, very quick kills there.
Very quick.
Just over a minute, in fact. And honestly, that's including the time that, because the Steiner matches will sort of keep you from moving for a few seconds.
Yep. Alright, I believe I updated the scorecard correctly this time.
That's 2-0 win for
Rangers.
Redacted, or for Rangers, which gives them 4 points total, because they'll have won the duel off that.
Yep.
We move into our first match on Terra Therma Crucible. Now, notably, we had, also by the FJRD teams, a denial of the sacrifice to Noble Pele yesterday.
What was it? It was a Viper trying to sacrifice himself?
Only to get LBX 40'd in the knee, yes.
Ah, I used to be a mech warrior like you. Then I took LBX 40 to the knee.
And the other knee. So in this first drop, I'm expecting to see, honestly, pretty quick brawl. Something like adders, I'm expecting to see. Maybe ice ferrets. Terra Therma Crucible, despite there is a bit of verticality to the map, but it's not a map that I would say really rewards jump jets in the same way that somewhere like Canyon or Hellebore Outpost does.
Yeah, I feel like that's a fair assumption, unless you're sending your team through the lava and letting yourself build up some heat. And then jump jetting up onto the that center ring. If you build up heat, jump jet onto the center ring, you might be able to catch your opponents off guard.
You might. It's also worth noting, though, that I'm just double checking in the patch notes, but I believe the Viper caught some nerfs.
Did it?
Yeah, so the Viper F lost a lot of its agility. Looks like 3 of the Viper torso pods lost their acceleration and deceleration bonuses, along with the turn and torso twist bonuses.
Oh, that's no bueno.
Yeah. So the Viper is going to be a lot less nimble than it was last week. And I think that's part of why we may see the Ice Ferret or the Adder, especially on a match where you don't need the jump jets as much, start to challenge the Viper as the undisputed best clan light mech. Yes, I'm aware it's a medium, but it's a 40-ton light.
It's a 40-ton light. Now, I will say, if teams, while I'm swapping the teams around, if the company commander moves players' positions, I'm gonna get very confused.
Yeah, we don't even have the bonus of having the clan tags to go off of.
Yeah,
This is just all FJRD.
Exactly. Now one would think, oh, Luscious, he's an FJRD pilot. He should know who's on which teams. I'll be honest, I have no idea who's on what team.
You mean you guys don't select teams by just putting everybody's name in a giant hat and spinning a wheel?
Exactly. Oh, man. Looks like we're green across the board. Just waiting on a lock call from Team 2. There it is.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Alrighty, getting into Terra Therma Crucible. This is what? Iteration number 3 for Terra Therma Crucible for the map?
Yeah, there have been many, many attempts at making this map work.
I will say though, I do kind of miss the first iteration where you had the big open high ground, but then you had the caverns below.
I think that may have been either before or after my time. Because I remember a fair bit of Terra Therma Classic, and then they redid it such that you could no longer take the mechs to Isengard. All right, now I'm heading over to red team side here.
Yep. Over here on team 1 side, that's the blue team. That's Rangers. We have 4 Adder Warthogs and a Mad Dog C.
So for Redacted, we have a bit more of a mixed bag. We have 2 Adder Warthogs running the builds you would expect, 2 Emma Mistlinks Gs running the builds you would expect, and then Sean Baum in a Gargoyle, who is running 6 Small Pulse and 10 ER Micros. So still a very brawly build coming out of both teams, I think.
Yeah, these Adder Warthogs are sporting 14 AP Goss and a Flamer, while the Mad Dog is running 2 LB20s.
Notable departure, no large lasers for either team here on the Adders.
Yeah, different from what we were seeing yesterday. It looks like Scroggle's going out and sitting on the cap point, trying to flip it for Redacted.
Controlled by the enemy.
Yeah, so Redacted will pick up the early cap, but again, the majority of your points in this tournament are coming from reducing the other guy to slag.
Rangers playing very passively. Looks like they're trying to figure out how they want to approach this.
Honestly, I think the best approach may actually be to kind of loop around and go up the ramp here as opposed to going across the bridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, reduce the choke point.
But as of right now, they just seem happily spread out in a line and are letting the Adders sort of just trade.
Yeah, RJ taking a little bit of scratch damage, trading with, I guess, Revan?
Revan and Commodore Corned Beef. The thing is, at these ranges, the AP Gauss are only ever going to be doing scratch damage, right?
Yep.
Even if you slap the biggest T-comp you can find on there, you're still only going to be doing, like, you're still only at, like, 300-ish range.
Looks like this kill brought to you by Darren, leading a charge around the northeastern side. RJ cutting across with Alphanex going up the ramp.
Yeah, the thing about the lava is it's not super dangerous unless you're forced to run around there for a while, or if you're mounting heat sinks in your feet. Because similar to how the game will increase your heat sinking if you're standing on water or ice and you have heat sinks in your legs, you'll actually get heat from the lava faster as well. As Commodore Corned Beef takes a lot of nasty shots there.
Yep, Commodore Corned Beef kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Getting shot by TTB, and this kill brought to you by Darren.
As Sean Baum becomes the target here. Very nice arty strike on the FJRD side.
Ha! Both teams just taking turns peeking around the rocks. RJ and Dubious Squirrel side poking that rock very effectively. TTB getting a different angle
But RJ's been opened up. Yeah, they're gonna jump on him now. They think they can. The 3v5, I think they win this.
I think
As
they do.
Alphanex appears to be the hard called target. He gets opened up.
Alphanex going down very quickly. Oh,
I mean,
he
for
only
Mad Dog, he's selling it. As Dubious Squirrel is actually the first kill, picked up by Reven.
down goes Sean Bomb. Now
RJ
RJ.
Ball.
Alphanex goes down. Commodore Corned Beef. Both teams just swapping kills.
Yeah, it looks like the Reven will be the next called target. But TTB is in a pretty rough spot. As Scruggles and Yomu try to take him out with those machine guns.
Right leg's gone on TTB. TTB self-destructing. That's not good.
This kill brought to you by Darren. Gonna try to fight it out.
But
He
his
picks
legs are
Yomu as his target.
his legs are almost gone. There goes the left leg and the
The
right
enemy
leg.
has capped enough resources. We've failed.
Scruggles and Yomu played that really, really nicely, waiting for the majority of FJRD to be committed before they jumped into the fight, because those mislinks, kind of similar to the adders actually, they're very squishy, but very, very high DPS.
So let's see. That's gonna be a redacted win, 5-3.
And the Reven squeezing 446 damage out of that adder before he went down. Similarly, TTV managed to squeeze 400 out of the AP Goss.
Oh boy, that was good. That was a good fight. Not gonna lie. You know, once Redacted saw that they had a potential advantage, a potential 3v5, they took it.
Yeah. And props to Alphanex. He didn't have the best damage game per se, but Mad Dog's, sure, it's a heavy mech and a mostly light mech, but they're not especially tanky heavies.
No.
And he was able to stay alive for a very, very long time in that Mad Dog.
I feel like he would have gone down faster had he been had his legs been focused instead of his torsos.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, does the Mad Dog have skinny little chicken legs?
Kind of. The big problem with the Mad Dog is that it's got these enormous refrigerator torsos.
Yes.
And it arm mounts most of its weapons. I think. Like it either arm or torso mounts its weapons. So they're kind of like the catapult. It's shockingly easy to stick it. But it doesn't have enough of a chicken leg that we see the same way that, say, the Uziel was very, very popular with its like freaking toothpick legs.
Oh man, but its side torsos are just literally 90% of the mech.
Yeah. No, I don't know that of the clan mechs that we've seen, I don't know if there's any that have especially egregious hitbox issues.
Direwolf.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. But there's nothing like the commando where you just roll a dice and see what part of that mech you hit.
That's true. If you hit it at all.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I'm actually rather fond of the crab for this, because the nose of the crab is so long that if people are aiming for your sort of upper thigh, the way you typically tell people to aim for leg, you can actually shield your legs with your side torsos.
Oh, by
by
just,
just looking down.
Yes. Okay.
And then with how the side and center torsos are constructed on that just enormous nose that the crab has, it's actually fairly easy to spread damage to both your side torsos just by wiggling your nose at somebody. But I am on the record of being A, a crab enjoyer, and B, acknowledging that the crab is not a good mech.
It's an alright mech. I wouldn't say it's the best mech, especially not the best medium.
No, that title goes to the king crab. It's got it right there in the name. It's the king crab. It's the best crab.
Oh,
Both
man.
teams are locked up.
Alrighty, let's get into it.
So I've said repeatedly and previously that the 275 has become my favorite drop of the tournament due to the variety of builds you can bring.
We did see a Howl yesterday, I believe.
We've seen a couple of Howls. We saw a Highlander yesterday.
Oh, yes.
But I'm expecting to see, like, maybe a range drop out of one of these squads.
If I were to expect a range drop, I would be expecting it to come from Rangers.
I mean, it's right there in the name.
Exactly. Alright, teams have loaded in. Over here on the blue team, that's team 1. That's Redacted. We have Shadowcat P, a Viper Scale Shot, Stone Rhino 4, and 2 more Shadowcat Ps.
So out of FJRD Rangers, we have 2 linebacker hotels running 3 SRM6 and 6 small pulse. Sorry, 3 linebacker hotels, a scale shot, and a traditional Viper. So no range, only brawl.
And we're seeing some interesting builds on these Shadowcat Ps. We got the AC-10 6 AP Goss on 2 of them. And then on one of them we have 2 Proto AC-4, 5 AP Goss. Scale shot, obviously going to be SRMs. And then the Stone Rhino is rocking 6 AC-5. Sean Baum taking a wide flanking maneuver.
Yeah. Looks like the linebackers from Rangers are just pulling off of it after taking a dip in the lava. I'm going to run all the way around, it looks like.
I think Sean has spotted the linebackers that are down low.
Yep. And oh, here we go.
Here comes the push. They're trying to catch Sean Baum out. Sean Baum drops down, followed by
the linebackers follow them? Oh, split. Alpha X goes down, but TTP and Monarch are going to try to hold off the rest of FJRD.
Sean Baum making his escape. Ooh, never mind. Gets legged.
Yeah, TTB picks him up. And the push continues. Alpha X taking point.
Alpha X gets legged, goes down.
It looks like Revan is going to be the call target. No, Yomu.
Ooh, Revan takes down Monarch.
Yeah, Yomu very smart to try to disengage, and Revan has just sort of had free time in the backline of Rangers there.
Now, Yumu is legged, and that right leg is open.
Yeah, Tart and that Stone Rhino 4 is a very good rock for him to hide behind.
Yes.
You can see he dives back in. Commodore Corned Beef. Oh, he picks up a TTB.
Commodore Corned Beef now getting back shots on Darren.
Down he goes.
All that's left for Rangers is Flaming Beard. In a 1v4 situation, this is not looking good.
Yeah. And down he
We've
goes.
gathered enough resources. This triumph
And
will
do you call
provide
that a sacrifice to
technical
Pele?
benefits.
No.
No, you got to go in the cauldron, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta go into the pit.
It was a very nice tumble all the way down the ramp, though.
Into the lava, yeah. Alrighty, let's see. That is a win for Redacted. 5 to 1. Seanbaum doing only 50 damage, but successfully able to kind of split up Rangers at the beginning of that fight.
Scouting out the potential flank push. Like, I very much think that if he had not scouted that, the linebackers would have tried to make the wide flank.
Well, seems I forgot to paste the code for drop 2.
I've got it in the caster sheet for you.
Awesome, thank you so much.
This is why you have a co-cast.
Yeah. Alrighty, drop 4. We're off to Forest Colony Classic.
Mm-hmm. And it's time for some boat fights.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot of sort of Daka mid-range.
Daka mid-range. Sorry, I was just confirming that Tart is with Redacted and not Rangers.
Mm. We don't want any sleeper agents.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of sort of Daka mid-range. I do think Forest Colony has the problem where you're either at 700 meters or you're at 250 meters.
Yep.
But if you, especially if you're the team one side, if you push through the water, you're able to get that sort of 500 to brawl push where AC-10s and plasma cannons and the like really seem to shine. Now, we could see a tunnel push. We did see a tunnel fight yesterday, but we didn't see a full tunnel push. Or tunnel push. Bleh.
Hey man, I could go for some tunnel pushes. Let's be real.
I mean, who doesn't love having a rave in their mech warrior game?
That isn't in Solaris City.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why go to the city when you can just have a rave in a cave?
Exactly. You could splash around. Go for a swim.
Ooh. You don't have to look at or see other people in actual lighting so they look better.
Yeah, Aces Wild loses out on their biggest advantage: mentally scarring paint jobs. If you've never played against him, Not Bob is an artist when it comes to mech paint jobs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He has some horrifying, like in the best possible way, horrifying paint jobs for his mechs. And then, of course, there is my boss Yuntao, who unfortunately has been inspired by Not Bob and has similarly made some just terrifying junk piles. There's like a Corsair with spotlights all over it from the bolt-ons.
Yes.
Because they don't fall off now, you know?
Yep.
personally, I don't know that we'll see it until Championship Series, and frankly, I don't even know if it's going to be good in Championship Series. But I'm intrigued by the shield that they've given the Centurion in the Legendary. I don't remember which model, but one of the Centurion variants has just this massive tower shield on the one arm now. Let me see if I can find which one it is here.
Is it the Onyx? Is that the name?
Yes. The Onyx, which has a, quote, medium shield. If you look at the model, it's not very medium.
Yeah. Alrighty, both teams are locked. Wait.
Yes. You've had locks from both. Server change.
Just gotta make sure.
That's why I'm lucky. My division is all NA.
So lucky. Alrighty, over here on team one side, we have gargoyles. We have gargoyles for days. And it looks like they're all running 2 heavy larges and a bunch of red lasers. And then paired up with those gargoyles is a Stormcrow A with ER Meads and 2 heavy larges.
So we have a bit of a range deck coming out from the red team. We have the legendary Aksham,
Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in
which is
your way.
running 8 AC2s. We've got a Shambomb in the Rancor with 6 ER larges, and then Scroggles in an Executioner running PPCs and various flavors of red
Under
laser.
enemy control.
And then for the light pack, we have a Shadowcat and a Ice Ferret. So it looks like they were able to get the early scout and are getting a good amount of early damage. Because like when I see that many gargoyles, I assume some sort of speed roll.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, you're gonna get your wish.
Tunnel push!
Yep. And you can see all 3 of the assaults have just pulled right back away from the tunnel entrance.
Oh yeah, night vision is a no-go in the tunnel. Forgot about that. Rangers doing a good job shooting down the UAVs to cover their approach. RJ leading the push, now getting shot by 2 or 3 mechs.
Yeah. But doesn't look like quite enough. They're able to push through a lot of the low ground unscathed, and they're going to jump on poor Scroggles here, I think. Oh, no, they get turned around.
Revan shooting them in the back as they push forward. Yeah, looks like they're going to try to make a push for corned beef or Scroggles here.
It's got to be Scroggles.
Oh yeah, Monarch getting the shots out on Scroggles' legs.
RJ is caught up behind. He's got the light mechs chewing on him. His Alpha Nex just goes down.
Scroggles is about to go down.
He opens up TTB to take him with him, and oh! 2C92 goes down.
Down goes RJ.
But Tart very open in that Stone Rhino. He's dealing with Monarch.
This is not looking good for Rangers.
Now, TTB bit the dust. Monarch gets opened up. He'll take Tart with him. Secures team the extra point, but
The enemy has capped enough resources.
Yeah, this is
We've
going to be
failed.
a redacted win.
and that'll be it for me. I do need to go set up for the next cast. It's been lovely casting with you, Luscious, and I'll see you later today.
Thank you so much for stopping by and co-casting this for as long as you did.
Peace.
Take it easy. And that's going to be a redacted win, 5-2. So let's get that recorded. Looking at the scores here, Revan dropping an impressive 717 damage. Alrighty, let's get the server swap and the side swap. We got the tunnel push, but it did not work out. Very sad to see it not work out. But you know what? Sometimes that's just how the dice roll. We did see a lot of overheating in that drop. So, you know, mechs were cooking, trying to get those kills. I think those heavy larges might have had something to do with that. I believe with those builds that have a bunch of red lasers, you know, you usually have like 2 ER PPCs or 2 beam lasers, you know, something that you can use for when you're at range. But as soon as you get into brawl range, you gotta kind of forget about those longer range weapons and just focus on the heat efficiency and your aim with the red lasers. At least that's my understanding. Now, Redacted has a very commanding lead here. 20 points to Rangers 10. But I believe Rangers has a 9-point advantage going into this match in the standings. Might be wrong there. So there is the possibility that you know, Redacted kind of wins the match, which they kind of already have, seeing as they have 3 out of the 4 5v5s played so far. But they'll still be behind in the scoreboard. Really, it just depends on how well Rangers is able to pull it back. All right, here we go. The 5th and final drop for the Civil War matchup. Over here on team one side, that's the blue team. That's Redacted. We have Yumu in a linebacker H with Serms, red lasers, Scroggles in an SR4 with 6 AC5, Tart in an Executioner A with red lasers, beam lasers, Revan in an Executioner with, sorry about that, red lasers, beam lasers, and Sean Bomb in an Executioner with red lasers, beam lasers. Over here on Team 2 side, that's Rangers. That's the red team. We have a Bloodass Rancor, Direwolf Ultraviolet, Stone Rhino Axum, Sun Spider D, and a Mad Cat Mark II-1.
Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any
Let's see, that
hostiles
Stone
getting
Rhino's
your way.
rocking 5 Ultra AC2s, 3 UAC 5, Sun Spider D with 4 UAC 2, Ultraviolet with 6 AC 5, Mad Cat Mark II-1 with Gauss ER Large, and TTB and a Bloodass Rancor with 6 ER Larges. Looks like RJ staying to the high ground. TTB on his little hill, trying to do some peeky, but not getting any shots with those ER larges. Meanwhile, Redacted making a push up towards the tunnel. Looks like they're going to be sending the Executioners on a nice little tunnel push, while Yumu and Scroggles kind of stick back. Scroggles now getting shot from range by all those UACs and the ER larges. Looks like his left torso might be damaged. Yep, that left arm's almost gone. Left torso's almost open. Looks like he took a little bit of back shot in the side torsos. But the Executioners have finished their tunnel push. Now, this is going to require some really good coordination from Redacted to get down onto these mechs in the water. Yumu has joined up with the Executioners up top, outside of the tunnel. TTB shooting down a UAV that Scroggles put up. Now trading with Scroggles. Ooh, Scroggles left torso cherry red. Looks like here comes the push from Redacted. Using those beam lasers to force Alphanex back into cover. Strike out on TTB. Sean Baum leading the push, gets taken out. Ooh, Yumu now going down. Monarch goes down. It is a 3v4 situation. Tart is legged, goes down. All that's left for Redacted is Scroggles in a really beat up Stone Rhino. Down goes Scroggles, never mind. All that's left is Revan in a 4v1 situation. Revan takes out RJ and then self-destructs. That's going to be a Rangers win, 5-2. Very well done. Let's take a look at these paint jobs since we have time. Little Fjord Rangers. Top 25 reward from last year's CS. We got the Cadet Green Sunspider D.
Kappa is under enemy control.
Alrighty. let's get those scores updated. That's a Rangers win 5-2. Yumu only doing 62 damage. That's not something you want to see coming out of the linebacker. Sean Baum with 21 damage. You know, leading the push hurts. Alrighty, looks like the final score from this match is going to be Redacted with 22 points and Rangers with 16. Now, Redacted closed the gap by 6 points. From what they were trailing going into this match. Anyways, that's going to be it for this match. If you're looking for more comp matches for later today, we have, starting very soon, QFS Ravagers versus Raven Irregulars, being casted by Zane over on his private Twitch, which I'm going to link in just a moment. Copy and paste. There you guys go. So there's Zane casting the Division H matchup, QFS Ravagers versus Raven Irregulars, happening right now. Later on today at 2200 UTC, that's 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, we have a Division I matchup, PSI Rise Stars versus 323rd Minnesota Tribe Rangers, I believe is the full name. And then another match at 0100 tomorrow morning UTC, or later today, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We got Division B 228 Hellraisers versus Clan Crossfire. And an hour after that, we have Division C DPS versus Aces Wild being casted by Ralphie No Pants over on MWO Leagues 2. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for coming out, supporting these teams, supporting MWO Comp, and supporting casters like myself and Zane. Means a lot. Thank you so much, Live-ish, Krasnopeski, the entire MWO Comp admin team, for keeping MWO Comp alive. Thank you so much, Mr. Bear, for running Tournament of Stars once again. And yeah, if you're looking to get better at MechWarrior Online, or, you know, just want to find people to play with, drop by the MWO Comp Discord. A lot of great people there, a lot of great resources. Yeah. Anyways, I'm Luscious Balzac from FJRD. Keep it luscious.